It's really apparent that the modern world is rife with social and environmental problems. And I think at the university and a lot of universities, young people get to learn about the deep and intractable nature of these problems. And they aren't offered too many opportunities to actually do something about it. And what I get working with these kids is they're eager to do something physical that makes the world a better place. And they're optimistic even though they know the story. So it's a hopeful situation.
The sustainable system is on a smaller scale, a more human scale, definitely. In the industrial system, there's just so much that's done with, just acres and acres and acres and acres of land, whereas sustainable system is usually it's smaller and it's going toward a local community. And I think that community in turn sustains the farm, and community is a big part of farming. It's your environmental community, it's the landscape, plants, animals included, and the people you work with it also. It's when you grow your own garlic, for instance, I think it's a lot healthier to have those memories with it and have all that hard work put into it and say, hey, I remember when Jacob and I planted this.
I think that if you were just to grow food alone, like it's beautiful and you get to see, how things work, but when you grow food with people, it's constantly a dynamic of working with people, of sharing experiences, communicating with others, and really just enjoying each moment together. It's unifying to work with people and gratifying to share experiences together.
Farming is one of those things where I think you can never expect what's going to happen. You're just always learning and always having to adapt to all these things. The experience now at the peas farm, working up in the rattlesnake, it's just wonderful because I get to go up there and just do what I love. It seems that a lot more people are getting into farming. I'm definitely seeing it as more of a trend, and I think that's because people recognize that it's so important. Food is important.
I think that understanding where your food is coming from and how to grow it is just such a basic knowledge that people don't know how to do anymore. It's not like you're going back in time, it's just that you're learning what has been lost. So I think that everybody should do it, and it would probably, open a lot of eyes of, where your food comes from and, the people who grow it. It's exciting, it's fun.
To inspire a new generation to use their green thumbs.
To inspire a new generation to use their green thumbs.
For better health, nutrition, and community.
For better health, nutrition, and community.
We are one people.
We are one people.
We have one common dream.
We have one common dream.
We share one planet.
We share one planet.
We are responsible for the future.
We are responsible for the future.
We are gardeners.
We are gardeners!
Yeah!
I founded 1,000 New Gardens with my friend Max Smith. We put our ideas together and we said, wouldn't it be great if we could get 1,000 new gardens in Missoula? Think how much that would mean to our community. Think how many people would be eating healthier food if people were growing their own food. And as we talked about it, we thought, well, we could help people develop good practices of sustainability, help them find organic, healthy solutions to gardening. And so we created 1,000 New Gardens to be kind of a way for people to start.
And basically we just help organize volunteers and potential gardeners to install free backyard gardens at people's homes. And we don't actually plant the gardens, but we get them already composted, and pretty much all the new gardeners have to do is buy some seeds and plant them. So we kind of give that crucial first step of like, where do I start? And then also give them the garden, but also give them resources to make planting the seeds and growing their vegetables and herbs and everything successful. I think it increases awareness. It's sort of you might not be able to produce all your food in your backyard, but when you go to the grocery store, you have that sense of somebody grew this, like, where is this coming from? It makes you think more about what you're buying and what you're supporting. The next time you go to the grocery store, you might say, you know what, I'm not going to buy these apples that came from some farmer somewhere I don't know. I'm going to go to my farmer's market instead, because I understand how much time and effort and care can go into making food and how much better it tastes when it's from somewhere nearby instead of 2,000 miles away.
Here in my community, right here in my little neighborhood, we have a few folks already have gardens. And so the more that we create gardens and then we share different things. So I may grow one thing and someone else will grow another, then we get to share them back and forth. It creates that neighborhood community where we support each other, where we help each other. And you know, it's going to be one of those things where I think that's what we all need to do. Get into that, if you want to call it urban farming or whatever, but it's, you know, it's that place of, you know, supporting each other, being together. You know, I'm full of gratitude for the support of the folks who have come here to put this in. I mean, this is a great help to get it going. So grateful, totally, absolutely grateful. And I think it's going to keep going and stuff, yeah.
I think kind of what we'll see, if I use an analogy, it's like the grass growing between the cracks in the sidewalk, and the grass is just going to get knee high, but the sidewalk's not going to go away. And if the sidewalk is industrial agriculture and the grass growing between them is kind of an alternative agriculture, I feel like if we're going to change society, it has to be through a creative revolution. We have to create alternatives that are better than what exists, and I see young people doing that with this sort of community development, civic, urban agriculture. It creates a better way of living for people, and that's what changes other people's minds and it makes real change in the world. So I'm very much a strong proponent of a creative velvet revolution as opposed to trying to tear the old system down.